All right, guys, well, I'm back today with another high value and budget micro red dot, and this one fits the RMS and RMSc footprint rather than its larger brother, the RMR footprint. This optic is packed full of a ton of specs and features, what makes it great for a concealed carry and that micro footprint that a lot of companies are going to for that compact 9mm and 380 optics cut. So this is going to be a very nice option at an affordable price. We're going to be talking about the specs and features of this brand new Foxarmy FXV22 3MOA red dot, but I also want to mention I just did a review on their multi-reticle FXA12 Pro. So this is a very interesting red dot that features a multi-reticle design. So even if you're not interested in a micro compact red dot that fits that RMSc cut and you're looking for the RMR cut, definitely give this a look. I also have codes and discounts in the description below for both, and I've got a full review on this optic if you want to check it out. But let's dig back into this optic in particular. I've got this mounted up to the Taurus GX4, but it fit perfectly with the SIG P365XL and anything that uses the RMS or RMSc optics cut. One of the first things I want to mention is this does have the Shake Awake or Auto On technology, which is a must-have for any optic I'm reviewing in 2023. It just has to have that or it's not coming on the channel because I don't want to fumble with buttons no matter what the situation is. When I pick up the optic, I want it to automatically turn on, and this one does it. In conjunction with that, it has up to a 50,000 hour battery life. Again, a long battery life is something that I am just absolutely needing on my optics. The other cool thing about this is it comes with a lot of interesting things inside the box, including a pick mount adapter. So if you decide you want to pull this off and swap it out later on for something else, you can utilize this optic on top of a pick rail, maybe on top of an AK, CZ Scorpion, something like that, where a nice little micro optic would be cool, or a 45-degree offset on top of a flat top AR, and that would work out great. Before we get too far into the rest of this review, I want to give a huge shout out to Nautilus Ammunition for sponsoring the ammo to help make this video. I know a lot of things are going on right now, and these guys have some great ways to save in bulk, and I also have the code 704TACTICAL to save you some money. All of that information will be on the campsite page, and definitely check these guys out. But let's finish up with this optics review. Another thing I want to mention is the fact that this gets insanely bright down at the range. It's got push button controls located on the side, and this thing is bright as the sun. It also gets dim enough to use it in twilight and dusk scenarios or inside the home, but I love the fact that this actually gets bright enough that you can utilize this in almost every single lighting condition you can possibly think of. It's going to work out great. It also has sights machined into the back of the optic itself. If the optic goes down, you can utilize those for a rough lineup and engage your target. Another thing I want to mention about this optic is the glass seems fairly clear with just a slight bluish hue, and as you get closer to the edge, I'll turn it up and show you guys, it doesn't really distort the dot at all. So it's a very nice piece of glass. That window in the front is very nice. Now, the optics window is not super wide, but that's because this is the RMSc cut, but it is a little bit taller than some of the other ones I've seen, making it a little bit more forgiving when you're engaging your target. Now this sits up a little bit thicker, but that's all right in my opinion because it's a top load battery design, and that's something that's absolutely critical for a lot of my optics right now, unless there's a reason why it can't be a top load battery design. And there are still some reasons why optics won't utilize that, but this one is, so you don't have to dismount the optic to swap out the battery. The other cool thing about this one is this boasts an IPX8 waterproof rating, allowing it to be submerged up to 5 meters, and it can withstand shocks and recoil up to 3,000 Gs. So it's great on top of a micro compact design where the recoil might be a little bit harder. It's also great for a concealed carry with that waterproof rating because it's impervious to rain and puddles, especially if it can be submerged up to 5 meters. So that top load battery design helps with that waterproof rating. Something like this is truly becoming a duty-grade optic, but at an affordable price of right around $150. Now, I've got a discount code specifically for my viewers that Foxarmy made for 10% off, dropping the price closer to about $135 with free Prime shipping. Now, Foxarmy sent this out at my request. I've been trying to take a look at a lot of these high value and budget optics lately, especially because that's what the channel cut its teeth on. It seems like the prime time to grab some of these. Now, there's so many I've reviewed on the channel, it's great to go back and dig through the specs and features, but this one is a spec monster, especially at the price. Now, there are a few different things about this optic that I want to mention in closing. One, it also does have this protective shield that goes over the front of the lens, so you're not going to actually bump the lens on something. And if you're racking the optic on the side of something, you're not going to be ramming your lens to it, just the shield. Now, some things I would like to see improved on this optic would maybe a refined housing. The edges are just a touch sharp, not overly sharp, but if you were wearing this for a concealed weapon and you didn't have anything on the side of the optic, there are some little hot spots right here that could potentially get your side. Now, for me, my holsters cover that, so it's not a big deal. And also, you can tuck in a shirt. But something to consider on future generations, Foxarmy, is maybe round some of those edges or do some more refining on the housing. But again, when we are talking about this $135 price point, everything can't be perfect. But this one is a absolutely great option. Holds up to recoil, IPX8 waterproof rating, 50,000 hour battery life, auto on and auto off. The list goes on, and I can highly recommend this optic. Again, thanks to Foxarmy for sending this out, and all of the information and linking will be in the description below to the Amazon Prime link. Now, this is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you decide to purchase this or anything from Amazon and you utilize that link, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, so I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.